Peace, family.
Hey.
We back with another episode of the TrakWolf GodCast.
Indeed.
I'm your boy TrakBeatz. We got my motherfucking brother Cheno Bliss in the building with us as always. You know what I'm saying? Y'all make sure y'all tap into Vinegar Hill. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, crazy history. They got a lot of dope content, merch, everything above and beyond. You know what I'm saying? Salute recruit. But on that note, we're going to jump right into this motherfucking subject of the day, you know what I'm saying? And I think we're going to dip into knowing who the ops/enemy is, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of us get that shit misconstrued and mixed up with trying to, you know, maneuver around out here in the real world, you know what I'm saying? We look at enemies as if they're like the villain of a cartoon hero, you know what I'm saying? You can take that concept, but you have to replace it with your inner world and not what they put on the exterior world. You know what I'm saying? So the enemy could be a parent, you know, a relative, a friend, a spouse, you know what I'm saying? Like best friend. It don't fucking matter. It could be your boss at your job, you know what I'm saying? So I think it's important that if we're going to be figuring out and talking about, oh, we on the same team, everybody always want to be on the same team. I tell my daughter the same thing, we on the same team. If we on the same team, then I have to also explain to her who the opponent is. You know what I'm saying? We on the same team with what? Yeah, the higher power, but are we moving in the light or are we moving in the dark? You know what I'm saying? So what I tell her is we the higher power moving in the light, you know what I'm saying? So the opposite dark, it don't matter what fucking color you is on the outside, you know what I'm saying? I don't give a fuck if you black, green, brown, yellow, fucking white as a motherfucking dove. I don't give a damn what color you are, you know what I'm saying? That energy ain't got no color on it, you know what I'm saying? So
yeah, and that can be off-putting at times, especially with me, because when I grew up, a lot of people, well, a good amount of people close to me were hurting me. So they were my ops, and I was young. You know what I mean? And then you grow up in the world, and the narrative of the world is your opposition is a black person or all white people.
That's what we taught.
Yeah.
And we taught that it's white people, or we taught that it's the system. When the op is, you can look at it in those forms if you want to, but on a higher frequency, you're going to look at it as an energy, a vibration, you know what I'm saying? Or more so of an entity. You know what I'm saying? Once you start raising your frequency. So for me, you know what I'm saying? Like, once I start raising my shit, it was a hard conclusion for me to come to. You know what I'm saying? That I was raised by an op. You know what I'm saying? Someone I thought wanted me to do good, but really didn't want me to pass a certain point. You know what I'm saying? Like, and relished on stuff that I did that wasn't, you know, up to standards at certain times. You know what I'm saying? So people always say, oh, you need to love your mom and love your dad. You only get one of them. Fuck all of that shit. If that motherfucker is bringing you down and destroying your energy, making you feel worse than what the fuck you are, you know what I'm saying, then you gotta remove that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, or else figure out a way to reduce it or manage it and how to maneuver around it. You know what I'm saying? Some people ain't in positions where they can remove it all the way.
Yeah. So
you figure out how to manage yourself, you know what I'm saying, and your energy around that being.
Yeah, and that could be tough, man. That could be tough, especially since, you know, your biggest provider or your biggest supporter, quote unquote, could also be your biggest suppressor or your biggest abuser. So it can leave you conflicted of not knowing what to do or how to feel about your actions. You know what I mean?
And that's when you, as long as you doing the research and you know, working on yourself, you stand firm on what you believe in. You know what I'm saying? Like, you have your principles and your morals and values, and you stand on them. You know what I'm saying? So these people, these energies, entities is going to try to bend and break. But if they're doing things like that to kind of sabotage you or to make you feel lesser, you know what I'm saying, then you have to take that as this is an opposition. You know what I'm saying? This is the opponent. You know what I'm saying? This is an enemy right here. Yes, it comes in different forms. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it do, because in my mind, when I thought of an opposition or opponent, I would expect them to do something and stand by it. Like, they'll do shit and act like your friend. Yeah. Act like your mother, act like your brother, act like your cousin, act like someone who's trying to help you. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So, I think that's important that we all become aware of that. And also, you know, outside of the households, which is a huge one, it's hard to get away from the households because you also got your siblings who are around you. If you got siblings who are the same manner, or you got your aunts and uncles who are in the same manner, who are in close establishments with you, you know what I'm saying, where you really do have to focus your energy on not being drained or not allowing this person to degrade you or make you feel lesser, you know what I'm saying? So the op isn't always gonna be white or the system, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know when I played AAU basketball, we played a lot of different teams, you know what I'm saying? Some teams had yellow jerseys, some teams had green jerseys, but they didn't have the jerseys on my team had, you know what I'm saying? So they was an op. And it's the same thing out here in real life, you know what I'm saying? So I would hate for my daughter to run into a situation with a dude and he is an op and I'm aware and then she's not aware. You know what I'm saying? What the fuck am I doing? That mean I ain't doing my part. If I'm aware and I'm not teaching these things, you know what I'm saying? I can't take that word back. It's hard to say that, oh, I want to see my daughter do better and I want to see her in a better position, but then I'm not helping her become more self-aware, you know what I'm saying? When I see her as she progresses and she does become to take on boys and those natures and whatever, you know what I'm saying? That's when my payoff will come on in the long haul. I have to wait it out, you know what I'm saying, to make sure to see if she's making those choices. Okay, she's self-aware, okay. She ain't get with the op, you know what I'm saying? She got with somebody who has her best interests at heart, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, like, when I was coming up, it will put me in a hard space because I didn't feel like I had nobody, and I felt like, well, even if these people aren't treating me the best, it's all I got. So I didn't really know like what else to do besides for keep what I had, because I also didn't feel accepted either. So like, what's some advice or like some clues that you might give to people to be able to see like, all right, man, I really need to leave this person alone and how to get away from them, you know what I mean?
I think the hard part, you mean like removing yourself completely or like living in a situation and you kind of have to manage?
It could be, I mean, both, really, because, you know, it might be situational. You might be able to do it on your own at one point. You might have to work towards that, you know what I mean? So,
I mean, for me, when I first experienced it, I had to build myself towards it because I was learning. I didn't have a full comprehension of it, so I had to build towards it. But it's you have to almost mirror, you know what I'm saying? If you're high on an empathetic scale, you know what I'm saying, high empathy, like, you're going to have to put that one to the back front and you're going to have to put on that mirror for them, you know what I'm saying? As long as they're seeing themselves, they're not going to want any parts, you know what I'm saying? They're going to want to remove themselves or they're going to start trying to beat you down, which you're going to have to be aware, okay, I have to start planning my exit.
yeah, you're right. Because that's something I still do. Like, if somebody do something I don't like, I want to see how acceptable they think it is. Because they're doing it to me, so I do it to them. And if they don't like that shit, I'm just like, so why you feel like you could do this shit to me then? You know what I mean? Like, but that's how I used to do it. Like you said, mirror their actions to them.
Yeah. When I get pushed to that brink, that's literally what my shit turns to. Especially if it's like, I did that shit with my moms. I did that shit with my BM. You know what I'm saying? Like, if I get pushed to that brink, you're gonna get the mirroring before I fully remove myself. You know what I'm saying? If we wasn't in a living situation, then you're not gonna get no mirroring. I'm just gonna remove. It's gonna be very easy. But if we're around each other, you know, that's the best thing to do because you're gonna be feeding into it. You know what I'm saying? And then they're gonna continue to try to do whatever they can to put you down. That's an enemy. That's an enemy. So if you living in the house with the enemy, you gotta treat them like the enemy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'll make sure like I do everything from a distance, even though it feels physically like we're close spiritually. I'm still way over here. You know what I'm saying? Like,
man, that feeling suck, man. You gotta do it though. That feeling suck because at one point you cared about this person deeply. You might still care about them, But you have to remove yourself in order to keep yourself healthy and keep yourself in a good space. You know what I mean? That shit sucks so bad.
I think it sucks, but it's also good knowing who the enemy is. Like,
that's the best part, of course.
The best part is knowing who the enemy is. You know what I'm saying? Like, my sperm donor wasn't around, and when he was, that shit was all over the fucking place with a little bit of time he was. You know what I'm saying? So that nigga don't get no acknowledgement. But like, my mom's like, I'm a parent, so you used to tell me all this shit like, oh, okay, when you get older, you're gonna see. Like, I'm gonna see and then do what you're doing. No, it made me see that what the fuck you was doing was fucked up. This was some op shit, and I don't want to fuck with this shit. And then when I communicate with you it still sound like some op shit. So I get tired of people always saying, oh, you only get one mom and one dad. Who gives a fuck? You only get one life. You only get one. You know what I'm saying? So you can hold on to something that somebody brought you here, but at the end of the day, they gotta go anyways, and they supposed to go before you. So once you reach in your higher self, you already supposed to know that last chakra, you're supposed to be able to release everything. You know what I'm saying? You're not supposed to have a hold on nothing in this physical world.
Yeah. Yeah, man. And I mean, even me, you know, my son came, I just had a son, and as soon as my son was born, like, I already knew, I was like, he's his own person. Like, my time as his father is limited, and I'm going to cherish the time that I do have as his father. He's always going to be my son in sentiment, but he's his own person, and he has his own journey.
So how do you teach him and prepare him for who the opponent in the op is?
I do everything. Right now, he's 5 months. Every day, I talk to him like a human. Of course, I play with him, have baby time. I talk to him like he's a human now, so that the older he gets, that's just normal to him. Like, I believe he'll be able to comprehend. He'll be self-aware. He mimics his father all the time. He wakes up happy, very aware. He's interactive with me. Like, even now, like I said, even though he can't speak back, I speak to him like I speak to you. You know what I mean?
So how do you handle situations with people that's close to you that you realize is
Man, I've had to cut people off. Like, I've had to cut my mother off for a year before. Like, cut uncles off. Like, I've had to flip out on female family members. Like, and keep my distance at a certain to a certain extent. Like you said, like, I got a grandson. He deserves to know his family, but at the same time, I don't have to have that deep of a relationship with everybody. Yeah, man, like, as far as me, like, the way I would even notice my ops was doing the mirroring thing. And then after I did the mirroring thing, it's just like if they acted like I did something to them, or they just didn't recognize it or give a fuck, I just distanced myself when I was younger. So I learned this shit when I was early 20s, like, so I really don't have that many people that I still have to do that to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's hard to put that in a recent stance.
Because we're getting older now.
Yeah.
Older. As you get older, you're supposed to become more aware, but a lot of people don't. And they like to hang on to them unhealthy spaces, you know, play around with the ops, keep thinking somebody is riding with you when they're riding against you. Keep wondering why every time you think you got a little come up, that shit is gone like that in 2 seconds, you know what I'm saying? You like, I know what I'm about to do with this one. I want to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. By the time you got that little joint, and you done thought about doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, your shit is gone. So you ain't even really getting no steps done. Now you sitting back in the space like, damn, how the fuck did I just go through this that fast? You know what I'm saying? Like, now you like, damn, when the next one come through, I'm gonna make sure I do it better this time. You know what I'm saying?
And the most I spent with an op is 3 years, 2-3 years, relationships. You know what I mean? Like, even that, I felt like I wasted hella time. And I know there's people out here in life that's wasted 10, 5, 15 years with somebody who will give that much of a fuck about them, but more so what they can do for them or how comfortable they can make them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But then we also got the parents and the family members, you know, that people still force relationships with when they know they are out. You know they don't mean no good for you, but because it's comfortable, you choose to sit in that space. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, I learned a long time ago, you know what I'm saying? I'm almost comfortable when I'm uncomfortable. That shit keep me on my toes and keep me aware, you know what I'm saying? So, anytime I start getting comfortable, it's usually an op trying to relax me because they trying to do some shit. Or if I'm in my own space, I just got too comfortable with my movements, you know what I'm saying? And it's time to make some changes and some adjustments.
Yeah. Plus a lot of stuff we've been through. We can read your body language. We can read your tone of voice. We can read a whole bunch of shit before it even get there. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
you ain't
so
skating with shit. Like before, yeah, but now, if you're around me, I'm gonna know who the ops is, and anybody that's around me, they gonna know who the ops is. Now, whether they choose to keep vibing or, you know, it's how they choose to, but it's just my job to bring awareness in that aspect, you know what I'm saying? But on that note, we're gonna cut to this break and we're gonna slide back to y'all. Spirit world, I get lost up in that bitch. Oh! We back from the break, you know what I'm saying? So what we about to get into next is I thought you were spelling it out.
Pressure, man. And I'm talking about that pressure that it takes to get the fuck up and get going, man. That pressure, the residual pressure from every fucking thing, all the dust effects from the spiritual world, from everything that you be doing, man, dealing with shit from your family, shit from being a man, a black man, being a motherfucking self-aware person, you know what I mean? Always doing what needs to be done rather than what you want to do, and then you wake up in the morning just cranky, heavy, with all this fucking pressure on you, like sluggish, like god damn, bro, like I want to do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? What's holding me back? I want to do it.
So what is it for you that's usually your pull?
I was about to say, for me, it's everything I mentioned, man. It's all that shit that you do every day as a man. You wake up, you find a way. If you don't want to be in a rat race, if you in a rat race, you probably got it worse than a motherfucker finding a way. But you wake up, you're trying to find a way. Let's say you find a way, you find a hustle, you got to maintain that hustle. You got to maintain your bills, you got to maintain your relationships, you got to maintain, like whatever. Let's say you got a bill job, you got to maintain that, you got to maintain your health, you got to maintain your rest. Like, as a man, that's that pressure that you wake up with, the accountability of all of that shit. If anything go wrong, don't nobody care what you feel, what you're going through. You just got to do it. You know what I mean? That's the pressure I'm talking about.
Yes, I guess we can call it universal pressure, because we could say females, the way society is set up, will have the same pressure.
That accountability factor is different though, so that's why I go ahead and tilt the scale over here. I'm gonna go ahead and tilt it over there. I'm gonna tilt it over here. Same way with the pregnancy stuff. I give y'all got that. Bow to you. With this pressure on accountability, I'm taking all of that because I have to take all of that. I have to. I don't have a choice.
I feel like I've always taken it in the spirit world. I do a better job at taking it in the physical world too now, you know. But I feel like I always took that shit in the physical world. I mean, the spiritual world, because like I made moves and did shit, but I won't bring the big bag to the table, you know. So I knew I was coming to the table with, you know what I'm saying. So it's like you come with a nigga who's very secure, you know what I'm saying, who's protective off rip already, you know what I'm saying. He's gonna provide in the spirit world. The physical world, I'll make shit happen, but it's, you know, you'll get more in the spirit world, you know what I'm saying. So
and even with you saying that, like, you being the man to protect, I already know what you're willing to do. You can get the bag. Yeah. So I don't even, when you saying that, I don't even look at it like that, because just like I don't even want to get the bag like that. I would rather get the bag this way, but you can get the bag. You can protect, you can secure, you can do everything that a man is supposed to do.
I don't want to get the bag the other way. I could.
But you know what I mean? Like, and even with me, it's just like
finding
the
another
same way
route.
you got that security out here like that. That's the way I swung the bag around. You know what I mean? So it's like a vice versa type thing.
Yeah.
And now I'm more into the security and the bag, and we both more balanced in the security and the bag. You know, like. But it's that pressure, like you had to double down in another area just to be like, look. Yeah. I know I'm gonna take accountability for where I'm lacking. I'm not gonna sit here and, oh, you ain't supposed to do this, even though you fucked up. Like, that's what I mean by accountability.
And pressure. Like, I haven't worked a bill job since this shit has happened last March. I've been grinding this goddamn GodCast, these beats. I've been taking way more photos now. I've been doing some videography work, like
all that shit.
I tuned in to what I wanted to do and what my goal was. These are avenues that help me reach more people. That's what I realize now. It's not something that I love doing, but they're avenues that help me reach people, which is what I love doing.
Yeah, man. And to be honest, as much as it is such, I'm not a female, you can't just ask for it. Nobody's gonna feel bad and just give it to you because you're attractive, because you present something to them that they want, like your body. You know what I mean? Like, just because you're supposed to help and be a gentleman. There's so many different reasons a dude to just, because she pretty, just give it to here. Just here. You can have whatever I got just because.
I've had females do that.
Bro,
I've had females do that, so I have to second the motion on that one. I've had females like they drop it on the table. Oh, okay. I done had it dropped on the table in front of me so much now I just look at it like, that's it?
Okay.
I had that shit drop. It don't matter from fucking a couple $1,000 to fucking all the pussy you want to give, to all the head you want to give, to fucking it doesn't matter what you want to name and put on the goddamn table in the physical world. I haven't had it dropped on me in the spirit world.
Did that
I want somebody to drop it on me in the spirit world.
Did that put any pressure on you as a man? Like, should I take this? Like, did it make you feel any kind of way that it was offered, or that was there any stipulations attached? You know what I mean? Like,
I always felt like it's me, so it's me. Yeah, I feel like I ain't supposed to take it, but that's on a lower percentage.
Yeah,
everything is on a scale, so that's under 50%. That's me. The universe sent that.
Yes. It's a blessing.
That was for me. Now, I am wary of certain ones now. Like, somebody tried to get some equipment and tried to rag it at me. Now, you don't do the ragging. Like, if we like talking or something, that's different, and you kind of slide some shit in there. But if you just try to rag some shit like a fishing pole, like, is he gonna bite? Is he gonna? No, bitch.
And I think that's
hey, shit the fuck out of here. We not biting on that.
The difference too, like you said, like if you in a situation, like you can see a chick could just post, I'm hungry. How many people gonna offer to just get her some food? You don't even gotta know her. You know what I mean? Just
see, if I see it on social,
the opportunity.
If I see
you know
it
what
on,
I mean?
If I see it on social media, I know it's all kind of niggas responding. I never think it's nobody responding. Never. That never crossed my mind on social media. If I see it on social media, I never think to myself, oh my God, I should be the one. You know how many motherfuckers is in that inbox?
Yes, and on the post.
Nah, most of them is gonna be quiet. The post is a small percentage. You got 3%. You got 3% of the niggas on the post. 97 is in that inbox.
you like Chipotle?
What you doing? I was just about to take my break. Yeah, I ain't working. I'm about to take my girl a call.
And that's what I mean. On average and generally, like, yeah, a lot of women take accountability. I deal with women who take accountability, but it's an option for the general gender. It's just
their pressures be different. What's happening for women now is what I feel like. I'm gonna slap myself because I'm saying you want to say it, but I feel like women is being pressured to be men, so it's a fight for them to stay a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh shit, I'm just gonna chill. I'm not gonna be aggressive. I'm not gonna.
It was about 4 or 5 years ago. I literally told somebody, I was like, gender roles have reversed, like literally.
It's one thing to see a female get aggressive, like when the time is called, but when that shit is just in your character, it's like, I think it's gone. The femininity is like way more lower on the scale, so that's where they're. We getting off subjects. We talking about pressure. That I mean, if you are watching this and you're familiar, you could take that into consideration.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
we just talking about pressure in general, and like I guess getting back to being relatable to me. So
Yeah.
Getting too much in on them because I'm like, oh shit, I'm about to go in. Nah. Pressure, yes, it is pressure, especially like. And my pressure now is like, which is not even pressure. It was pressure. I guess because I was still like trying to get connected. Yeah, still trying to get some shit connected out in the physical world. But it was more so of everybody else pressure. Financial. Bills. When I was able to remove that shit from myself, yes, some shit will happen. But other shit lines itself up long as you just stay patient through the process.
Yeah.
So once that pressure was released, it was like, alright, well, I know I should just keep following my flow. You know what I'm saying? Like, where I thought it was pressure, there really wasn't no pressure. I just need to relax or release the valve a little bit. You know what I'm saying? That was pressure that I was applying.
Yeah, and that's part of, well, I believe that's part of everyone's internal battle, whether it be emotional, mental, or whether it be your body, like getting your insides cleared out and open to the point where everything flows through it, to the point where that's where your outer world is.
When you said that, I just imagine some people insides is disgusted. Oh my God.
I know.
Oh my God, I can only imagine how bad the insides is. Like, oh.
I know, man.
But it's some beautiful insides out there too. You know what I'm saying? And it's like some insides that getting worked on and need some work. You know, we all a work in progress. At least, hopefully, most of us are now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
Damn, that should be the goal.
That pressure, man. Like that stress is pressure, stress. Dis-ease.
I apply pressure. That's what the fuck I do. I'm a pressure applier. That's what the fuck I do. I apply it. I apply it. I see what's up with you and what you trying to do, and I apply pressure. You don't even know it's pressure.
Yeah.
You don't even know it. By the time you left me, you're like, oh shit.
And it's different.
I feel like I'm supposed to be doing that. I'm going that. I was already thinking that, but it's like, it's pressure. It's pressure for you to go ahead and be your higher self and reach your higher self, motherfucker.
Yeah, break through, man.
Or whatever we talked about in the physical world, for you to go ahead and take that step.
Yeah, break down and break through. You either gonna break through or you gonna break down and then break through.
Yeah. Fuck all that subtle shit. I like to apply that shit. I don't give a fuck where I'm at. Even when I go back in the old spaces just to see how I manage and maneuver in the situations, I still be applying pressure. I still apply pressure. That's what I do. That's what I do because I love a challenge. Because if I apply it and there's no challenge back, that means I'm doing a good job. It's a challenge back. It's like, yes, I get to apply more pressure. That means more strength, more energy. More. Yes.
Oh my God.
It's a spiritual workout.
Yeah, man.
I'm like an addict in that area. Work
God,
me out.
It's the bully pants, y'all.
Oh shit!
It's the energy, man.
We got.
Whenever y'all look at the episodes, whenever he got these on, check his energy. Whenever he got the bully on, shout out to the bully. Whenever he got that on,
it's like, nah,
the energy manifest.
Bully, yeah, pressure. I forgot. Damn, I didn't even think about it. God damn, I do.
Nah, he been aggressive since I walked in the door. I already knew what it was. I looked at the sweatpants. I was like, oh, okay, yeah.
I didn't even know this is just what happened to have the grab. You see, I just put a regular white tee on.
The
I
pressure.
ain't like thinking about
You threw
nothing.
had the cap on backwards and everything. Y'all ain't seen this in a hot minute.
We back.
Yeah, we back.
Applying pressure still, you know what I'm saying? We on like past episode 50 or something. We still cranking, you know what I'm saying?
That
like,
pressure, man. It's good pressure, it's bad pressure, and then it's pressure in motherfucking general.
and it's pressuring other people because people that wasn't engaging, now I see they're engaging.
Get that pressure. You keep looking.
Oh,
Yeah.
learn. That's all we want to do is we just want to drop this knowledge. So we ain't even mad at you about that.
And if you do wake up with this pressure that we talk about, keep going, man. Push through it. Do something new. Just do. You gotta do. You gotta do. You gotta do.
You have to. And I'm constantly challenging myself. So with me constantly challenging myself and pushing myself to the highest frequency and put myself in the most challenging situations possible, I'm going to apply pressure to our motherfuckers. Hey, challenge yourself. You was looking for pressure, here it is.
Nah, and when you say it, nah, that's exactly how it is. You be like, yo, I want a challenge. Then the challenge come, you be like, God damn, I'm trying to chill on this bitch. Damn, I asked for this.
No, ain't no chill here. Ain't no chill.
Fuck it, then alright, let me do it and then chill. Fuck it.
We chill. You chill once you accomplish your accomplished.
No, for real.
That's when you chill, because when your first couple is usually just small ones to get you going. Then once you start knocking down the other ones, then you like, oh shit. Yeah. That pressure is worth it.
That's a good way to think about it, because when you said that, I envisioned it like you got your trial run. I mean, you got your idea, your experiment, then you got your trial run, then you go through it one time, now we in the championship right quick.
Yeah.
We doing it for real now.
Yeah. I like to try to get it on the second run. Oh, let me try it. Oh, okay. First round. Oh, home run. Hi, yes, motherfucker. I told you. You gotta believe in yourself. The littlest motherfuckers be hitting home runs. They don't even be big. The skinniest motherfuckers be hitting 300 and something yards in the golf. You know what I'm saying? Technique. It's not always in the physical strength. You know what I'm saying? But on that note, we're going to cut to this break and we're going to slide back to y'all.
Yeah.
Peace, family. So we back from the break, you know what I'm saying? So what we about to get into next is motherfucking control. Controlling beings and controlling yourself. You know what I'm saying? So
Yes.
I think we want to start off first with controlling beings, you know what I'm saying? Just kind of understanding and knowing when someone is trying to control you or being controlling, you know what I'm saying? So, I think for me, I would start with spouses more so than family, just because that seems like it would be more closer. Obviously, you're gonna get some more control in the house, but control gets a little bit lost once you get away from the household. You know what I'm saying? So I think for me, I start understanding it when I would set boundaries, and those boundaries would get obliterated, and I was being like, not forced, but you know, spiritually they're obliterating my boundaries and they're still trying to control the outcome. You know what I'm saying? Or like doing certain things as far as like, let's say someone gets you an item or something, you know what I'm saying? It's your spouse, you know what I'm saying? You thought it was a nice gesture, but in their world they could be using it to control you, you know what I'm saying? Y'all get into a fight or something and the first thing they want to do is take that item back, you know what I'm saying? It's a form of control. So if somebody, like we was all told when we was little, you know what I'm saying, don't be a they call it an Indian giver, but I don't even want to say that anymore because now that I know what's up, it's such a bad stigma. It's false. You know what I'm saying? We are some of the most giving people in the world. So, but yeah, I think we have to be aware of the controlling beings that we have around us and be mindful of like the options that people place in front of you. is something that you choosing, you know, with these, if it's something that you like, you can coincide with these options, or if it's something that's just being forced on the table, you know what I'm saying? Y'all could agreed upon these options, or somebody could just be forcing these options on the table. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like, and when I think of control, and this thing is, I think of three different types of, well, I'll say a couple of different types of control. I think of physical control, you know what I mean, where you can physically do something to somebody or put the fear upon them of physically doing to it, and that kind of leads into mental. And then it's something like spiritual, where you might impose a certain religion that has certain beliefs or something to that nature, or like a cult or something like that. Spiritual beliefs, certain spiritual things, spiritual sects. Those are the types of control I think of. You know what I mean? And all those can happen in relationships as well. Those,
yeah. Just the trickiest ones is the ones that's the non-physical ones. You know? The physical ones is very easy, but you know, I guess this will kind of relate back to the ops. You'll have people that would put you, you know, be with you while you're doing well, or you know, pretend to be with you, and then when you get down, they'll manipulate the situation even worse, so that way you kind of need them. You know what I'm saying? So now they can kind of control you and the situation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah. And I mean, you may even be in a position where you have been unconsciously in a situation like this, and you can now work your way out of it. You know what I mean? You may have felt like you needed somebody around, or you may have needed the resources that this person provided in order for you to get by. But now you can use those resources to get away. You know what I mean?
You just have to understand that people are trying to control you when they use these tactics. You know what I'm saying? So you got people that will, you know, try to manipulate things in like a very toxic manner, but then you got some people that'll utilize it in a good manner, you know what I'm saying, to get you to do something productive for them, you know what I'm saying, but that wouldn't coincide with the ops, you know what I'm saying. So these people are going to get you to do something that's unhealthy so they can't control you, you know what I'm saying. So it can be anything from fucking, oh, they want you in the house at a certain time, you know what I'm saying. So, but if it's their car, then they're going to apply a lot of pressure on you anytime you use the car or go out with the car, you know what I'm saying, or if you stay out too long with the car, you know what I'm saying. And that's just on a smaller scale, you know what I'm saying, as far as spouses, you know what I'm saying. So
yeah, man, like some people have kids, some people use the kids as a pawn, some people threaten to leave.
I realize a lot of motherfuckers, I done ran into a lot of people who use sympathy. Yeah. Sympathy will be used as a motherfucking weapon to control your emotions, you know what I'm saying. So yeah. that shit is dangerous, because you know that's something everybody naturally gives or does. Most people, you know what I'm saying, like if you have a sob story, you know what I'm saying, you usually get some kind of sympathy. But then you have to be mindful of the people that's using this shit as control, you know what I'm saying. Some people will make up stories and come with false stories just to control your narrative.
Yeah. And even me, like the more aware I became and the more aware I become, there are times where I may be in situations where I control situations in order to help someone see something. You know what I mean? Help lead someone to a perspective. You know what I mean? You can't always just point something out to people. They have to go through something in order to have a sense of earning it, or have a sense of finding it themselves. You know what I mean?
Yeah, some do. I'm just gonna take you to it. I ain't gonna make you drink the water. I'm gonna drag your ass over here to it. Hey, motherfucker. Hey.
Here go the water.
Here go the water. Now, I'm about to leave. So if you die, that's on you.
Because you thirsty.
That's on you. That ain't on me. You have to. It's out of my control now. I do not need that on my hands. You know what I'm saying? So
you'll bring the solution, and you'll be like, hey, this is solution. Yeah, I do the same thing after I lead them to it, but you take them straight to the solution.
Yeah. I take them, and you know, I don't do all that spinning around and dancing and shit. I only dance on my free time with the menu and shit. You know what I'm saying? But Yeah, nah, I'm taking you straight to the solution. And then after that, you know, you drink some water and you kick it and hang out, nigga, you alive, alright, bro. Let's go. You know what I'm saying? You alive, you done drink some water, but you still hanging over there. Yeah, I need a straw. Nah, nigga. Use your hands. Use your hands. I need a straw. No, I done dragged your ass over here. Use your hands. Use your mouth. Drink. Now I'm not about to sit here and hang out with you.
Please.
Catch me over here at the tree. With the fruits. Eating some grapes.
My hands broke. You ain't let me tell you.
Yeah, dog.
Nah, I feel you.
But that shit real. That shit real.
And this is why a lot of the times
real.
It's good to have people of like ilk around you, because like you said, he just gonna take you to it. I might see, look, man, I see you ain't the type of nigga that just gets up to some shit. Let's go this way. But you gonna get to it either way, yo. Like, different people got different processes.
Hey, my nigga, this way. This way.
Some niggas be like, I'm scared to track. I'm going this way.
Man, afraid of? That means you afraid of yourself. Any nigga that's afraid of me is afraid of themselves.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So
yes, a lot of people are afraid of themselves.
Every time I go around this nigga, I gotta look at myself.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Damn. You got so much shit going on. How the fuck you keep your spirits up? It's just me. Just me.
Sometimes it's simpler than that. Sometimes it's just like, damn, yo, this nigga got cigarettes. I don't got none.
Yeah.
I want some. Like, for real. Let me get a cigarette. You know what I mean? Just the fact that they gotta ask for a cigarette as a man. Like, the fact that they
that's the only
ask,
reason. That's the only reason why I started keeping cigarettes before. When I was in school, it's like, oh, I don't smoke them that often. Even if I still don't now, at least I have them. I don't have to ask. I got be out at parties or moving around. I have to ask. Before I didn't mind it, but then after a while, it's just like, damn, I should just have my own. I keep having to ask a nigga for a cigarette.
I am Mr. Ask You for a cig. Ask him.
Yeah.
Every time
for some reason, I used to think I was a better man when I didn't have my own, but in actuality, it just made me have to ask.
Why did he smoke cigarettes? But let me start talking. I'm gonna ask your ass for one, boy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, me understanding life and doing for self and knowing how the tables work, it's just like, nigga, just have it yourself. It's just like with weed. I smoke. I used to get tired of being around niggas, and I happen to not have nothing. I have to ask the nigga, yo, you gonna roll up? Nah, nigga, I get my own weed. You ain't gotta keep asking a nigga to roll up. Get your own shit. You can roll up and smoke when you want to. That way you can be like, yo, you wanna hit my shit? Nah, cool, I'm about to smoke.
Yeah. Nah, I've been there too, man. Like, having that, especially like you said, like, and that's something where you know somebody's a op. It don't even gotta be smoking. It could be anything. When you do, and then you're down and you look, I mean, and you looking like shit. I mean, for sure, that's my nigga. I mean, this is what we do. We just look out and this nigga be like, shit, I only got a little bit. Shit, man, you know, shit, I would get you something to eat, but, you know, I gotta put gas in the car. Like, just shit like that. And it's like, all right, man, I understand, but I know you got $1 to get a nigga a burger, though. When you talking about gas, you know what I mean? Like, it's the principle. That's like that type of shit. It just be little shit that really, it hits your spirit real quick. Like, wait a minute.
But that's people who know they got control of a situation. And they just rather utilize it that way. Now, it's nothing with being upfront if you really don't have it, and that's it. You know what I'm saying? But if you that kind of energy or being that moves like that, you know what I'm saying? Then it's gonna come off as some fuck shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But yeah, that controlling shit got weird, man. It was like, I told a motherfucker like, it don't matter how many times you ask me something, I'm not gonna give you the answer that you're looking for. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not responding. It doesn't matter if you say, is that your cup on the table? Is that your cup on the table? I'm just gonna look at you.
This is funny because I do the same thing.
Is that your cup on the table? I'm just gonna look at you. I already said that was my cup, but because you want to keep reiterating it, you think I'm gonna keep answering the question. No, now you just trying to control me. You know what I'm saying? So when you do that, now you're just gonna have to take the answer that I gave you and, you know, do what you do with it.
Have you ever let someone or something control you to an extent to either see where it was heading or see what you could endure, or to even get something?
I would say
not count jobs.
I would look at it like I would look at it like submitting. Like, if I throw, say I fucking throw a kick, you know what I'm saying, and I know I'm gonna land it and it's gonna fuck your shit up, but I got my hands down and my face open and you land one on me, you got me, but my objective was complete. You know what I'm saying? So your objective is complete, my objective is complete. You know what I'm saying? It isn't just one objective being completed. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So for me, it's like, when I was forced to deal with that kind of shit, when I was living in with it, it was like, just get ready to take it on the chin. You know what I'm saying? Like, alright, I need this, I'm already marrying, so it's like, and when I start marrying, this is going to be way worse than whatever the fuck they're doing. So, it's you times 10.
And this is what I mean when I was talking about accountability and the pressure that we take. Because whatever action that you do, you have to be accountable. Any action that the lady may do, or the girl may do, because a lady won't act like that, it can be written off as, it don't matter what she do, you don't do this.
Who writing it off?
Society.
Oh, I don't give a fuck about society. I don't give a fuck about society. This is the GodCast. I don't give a fuck about society. I don't write shit the fuck off. That shit don't get, you may think it got written off in the physical world, bitch. Or my nigga, nah, hell nah. That's not how that shit work over here. Hell nah. When you tapped in with your higher self, you know what I'm saying, and you know what's going on with your ancestors, and you can be in tune. Nah. Hell nah. You just turn my Super Saiyan on. Don't do that.
I agree. No, I agree.
Yeah, don't do that. And Super Saiyan isn't a rage for me, you know what I'm saying? So when I say Super Saiyan, that's not just a blind rage or somebody's going crazy. You know what I'm saying? It's very organized. It's
a mindset.
It's from street fighting to boxing. It's very organized and strategic, and it's going to hurt. So that's what my shit be. Some people think when they go into a crazy rage and it's doing reckless shit that's what it is. That's not the same thing. It's gonna be calculated. Very organized. You know what I'm saying? But that just becomes with, you know what I'm saying? You only have to utilize that if you're dealing with, basically fucking toxic people or evil people or people trying to control, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, you don't have to worry about that. But you have to be aware of that shit, you know what I'm saying? And that's the whole point of the GodCast, is to just bring awareness, you know what I'm saying? We deal with our everyday life and we skip past all this other shit that's actually going on out here. You know what I'm saying? Shit you running in and dealing with every day. Once you start learning psychology, you'll realize we're all different beings. We all don't mirror each other. You know what I'm saying? Yes, we're all in these physical bodies, but we all don't mirror each other. Shit.
Yeah.
This snake is not a fucking crocodile. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. And, at least I notice, and I believe it's like this for all people, you notice the things that reflect you in life. You notice everything, but the things that stand out to you and the things that you stand out to are things that reflect. You know what I mean?
I think things for me that stand out is things that I enjoy seeing people do what they do. Or if it's something that I would like to obtain eventually through my progression.
Yes, indeed. That's always been my thing.
You know what I'm saying?
That's why when people be like, when people hate on people in the negative concept, on that negative, when people hate on people, I'm just like, I don't understand why you hate. Like, I see somebody and I might be like, I would like that, but I don't want theirs. I would like to get something maybe similar for me. You know what I mean? Like, I never want what somebody else got. Like,
yeah,
that's theirs.
yeah, this concept right here. Young Pharaoh concept. He had the Pharaoh, but you know, I didn't plan on getting these colors or how it worked, but this is how the universe works. You know what I'm saying? It just happened to match him. Shout out Young Pharaoh.
Shout out.
He snatched his main channel down, but he still got his other shit up rocking, and he got the website and shit too. But yeah, man, definitely be mindful. Be mindful. If you feel like they're trying to control you, then they probably are, and you're gonna have to set some harder boundaries. Some harder boundaries. So if you're setting harder boundaries, then that means if somebody's capable. If somebody capable of some physical shit, you know what I'm saying, then you have to be a little bit more strategic about how you plant your boundaries, you know what I'm saying? But on that note, we're gonna wrap this thing up, you know what I'm saying? It's been another dope episode of the TrakWolf GodCast, you know what I'm saying? Y'all stay in tune with Vinegar Hill, you know what I'm saying? We're gonna constantly be doing this and showing some love and support over that way, you know what I'm saying? We always got the merch around, you know what I'm saying? From everybody coming through, you know what I'm saying? Shout out Fur Cuts, you know what I'm saying? You got shout out Get Busy.
Get Busy.
You know what I'm saying? We got shout out Old Skills, Foreign Music Empire. You know what I'm saying? Like, you already see what time it is. We got the bully in the building constantly. You know what I'm saying? But we're going to wrap it up. You know what I'm saying? I'm your boy TrakBeatz. We got Cheno Bliss in the building. You know what I'm saying? We signing out.
Peace.